A very good morning. This presentation is brought to you by Resonate International with a mission to leverage knowledge worldwide. The topic being covered is when the heart beats, energy flows. Ladies and gentlemen, every heartbeat carries a story of energy in motion. Within a simple rhythm, an extraordinary exchange is taking place. Blood moves, oxygen is delivered, nourishment reaches cells, information travels, and energy becomes available for thought, sensation, movement, and expression. The heart sustains this rhythm with remarkable autonomy, while consciousness can gradually awaken to its significance. Then a heartbeat becomes more than a biological event. It becomes a reminder that the human energy system participates in a much larger movement of energy, rhythm, space, time, and intelligence. Modern science reveals the extraordinary coordination surrounding every heartbeat. The heart continuously circulates blood while the respiratory, nervous, endocrine, and metabolic systems work together to meet the changing needs of the body. Oxygen enters through respiration, reaches the bloodstream, and supports cellular metabolism, through which usable energy becomes available across the living system. Ancient Indian wisdom approaches this living mystery through prana, recognizing breath and vitality as dimensions of a deeper relationship between energy and consciousness. Across both perspectives, rhythm emerges as one of the remarkable principles through which life sustains itself. The heartbeat itself remains largely autonomous, yet consciousness can enter the relationship surrounding it. A calm, conscious, and efficient breathing rhythm can support efficient breathing, autonomic balance, and the steady delivery of oxygen needed for cellular energy generation. As awareness develops, breathing can become more refined, and the relationship between breath, circulation, and cellular energy becomes more consciously appreciated. The five dynamos of physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and aspirational energy can then be understood as dimensions of one living energy grid, continuously receiving the nourishment required for their expression. The same principle extends into the larger field of creation. The earth receives energy from the sun. Water moves through cycles. The atmosphere circulates. Ecosystems exchange matter and energy. Stars radiate. Every living system receives, transforms, and contributes. Energy changes its form as it moves from one system to another, from one entity to another, and from one soul to another. Space provides the field. Time provides continuity, and divine cosmic intelligence orchestrates an immense choreography in which energy flows with extraordinary precision. Rhythm gives this movement its order, while exchange keeps the larger system alive and interconnected. The human energy system belongs to this larger movement. Every soul carries an inherited spark of divine cosmic intelligence expressed through the remarkable capacity to receive energy, generate energy, and share energy. As consciousness develops, that spark can become an increasingly radiant inner sun. The energy flowing through the system then meets another remarkable gateway, and that is the sensory system. Sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell continuously bring information from the surrounding field into the brain. Sensation becomes information. Information becomes perception. Perception becomes awareness. Awareness opens the possibility of conscious participation. The brain, therefore, becomes a remarkable interface between energy and experience. Every heartbeat sustains circulation. Every breath supports the conditions for cellular energy generation. Every sensory impression brings information. Every conscious movement allows the brain to integrate these streams into perception, thought, emotion, and intention. As coherence develops, the five dynamos become better coordinated, and the inner sun gains greater capacity to illuminate the quality of experience and the direction of action. From here, a beautiful progression unfolds. Awareness opens the field. Coherence harmonizes it. Alignment brings the inner compass into harmony with the cosmic compass. Attunement refines sensitivity. Communion deepens connection. Resonance allows that connection to become living expression. The journey from sensation to awareness can therefore become a journey from awareness to divine companionship. Consciousness begins to recognize that the energy moving through the human system is part of a much larger circulation. The quality of that energy gives character to its expression. Pure intention brings clarity to thought. Elevated thought gives direction to energy. Wisdom brings discernment to action. Compassion gives warmth to expression. Courage gives strength to purposeful movement. Thus, the flow of energy becomes more than physiological circulation. It becomes the movement through which dharma can find expression. Intention becoming thought, thought becoming action, and action becoming contribution. Every heartbeat receives. Every heartbeat circulates. Every heartbeat creates another moment for transformation. Energy becomes available to the inner system, empowers its many functions, and then finds expression through worlds, relationships, decisions, creativity, service, and character. Something received from the larger field becomes something meaningful returned to that field. The soul participates in a magnificent circulation in which energy continually changes form while the larger harmony continues. What's the way forward? Every conscious heartbeat can become a moment of recognition. Breath supports the rhythm. Circulation carries the exchange. The senses open the gateway to experience, and the brain integrates what the system receives. Awareness can bring these movements into greater coherence, allowing the five dynamos to become increasingly harmonious and the inner sun increasingly radiant. Intention becomes purer, thought becomes clearer, and action acquires deeper purpose. The inner compass finds graceful orientation with the cosmic compass, while divine companionship becomes a quiet presence within the entire movement. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the heart beats, breath moves, the senses awaken, energy flows, and consciousness gives the movement meaning. Within this extraordinary human design, every heartbeat becomes another moment in which received energy can be transformed into awareness, wisdom, compassion, and purposeful action. The inner sun grows radiant as consciousness rises, and the human soul becomes an increasingly graceful participant in the larger rhythm of creation. Lord Krishna offers a profound insight in the revered Bhagavad Gita. I am the self seated in the hearts of all beings. This timeless wisdom illuminates the deepest rhythm within the human journey. The heart beats, breath moves, the senses awaken, the brain gives experience meaning, and consciousness discovers the divine presence within. Energy then becomes more than movement. It becomes radiance. And when that radiance flows through wisdom, compassion, and courage, the heartbeat itself becomes a quiet reminder that the divine is already present at the very center of the journey. Good luck, best wishes, and God bless.